So like many people in this room, probably, I went to high school, and then I went to undergrad, and then I went to medical school, and then I started my emergency medicine residency. Thankfully I put that on hold, but what I learned about school along this whole way was that school is freaking terrible. Like they're not built for like the type of future we want to create. They don't pump out students who are very creative and like future-thinking people. They're not fast enough for the ways that we learn nowadays, and they like have no innovation whatsoever. Right? Well, maybe a little, but anyway. So the other thing that I learned is that like as a student, and everybody here does this too, is that what you do is like you go to school, you check that box, that's great, but then you go home and you learn on the internet, right? Like every single student, every student you talk to will do this. There's no exceptions, right? But we don't have, like, we lose all the data around what students are doing on the internet in terms of their learning. We don't actually capture that data, right? So like the same type of things that happen with like our travel and our shopping, where like all the data is like collected, and then we build these things that help to optimize marketing and sales, and like that doesn't happen with learning, right? And so like what could you do if you had all that data? Like what you do on the internet for learning, not other things, doesn't help you, and like what you do doesn't help you. But what if it could, right? So if you could leverage the data and the insight of all the students that came before you, you would be able to learn much better, in a much more personalized way. And so I'm the co-founder, and Emma there is my other co-founder. We are both from Khan Academy. I used to say we're ex-Khan, but that sounds really bad. So now I just say we're old Khan Academy popular teaching fellows. Emma is on leave from her PhD at Harvard in computer vision and AI. And we have a great team of 5 engineers, and we're in Launch Lab X, which is like Harvard's new incubator. So to facilitate the data set, you need to provide value props to your users, right? Like Google and Facebook do. And so what we do is we allow our students on our platform to curate, so like Pinterest for education, curate content that they're using like in real time, like organically, to learn. They curate that all onto our platform. So this is that one there, pulmonology, that's like a group of Harvard medical students who like are curating all the things that they learn. And then what we can do is we can look at that data, and then we can offer up like exact content that's recommended for them, right? Or any other medical student in a similar geographic region. And we also let people like interact with any video that they bring into the platform. And so we use computer vision to do this. And so students can actually write directly onto their video. They can write their notes like literally on live video as the video is playing. And we use some pretty cool algorithms to do that. And so that's why we have a meeting with a Lucasfilm person on Monday. We can see how it can be applied to other types of video as well. But this allows us to collect data about how people are using and interacting. But it allows us to perform actions based on gestures as well. So if like a student circles something and says, look this up, like we know to go and perform an action in the background. If somebody writes a bunch of question marks, it means that like they probably don't know what that's all about, and we can ping their teacher, or we can ping a tutor, or whatever. They can set the action in the weekend. And you can sign up for the beta there. And this URL will come up again later. Teachers, if they have permission, they can like look at what the students are curating. They can spot gaps, and then they can fill up. They can use our video creator that we also do, and they can create content that's bespoke for their students and insert that into their learning paths. We're calling them learning paths. And so based on content curation and students' level, like where they are, and what the student is inputting into the video, we can like see, we can predict and diagnose like where they're at in their learning, where they're good and where they suck, and what they need to add to their learning paths. So we're working with these guys. You might recognize some of those names. And our beachhead market is health sciences. It's like very, very video heavy based. If you guys know, like standing in medicine is very video based. We have some great advisors. You guys should know that guy in particular. He like invented RFID, really smart dude. We would love for you to join us. We have raised our angel round. We're going to raise another maybe $1 million. We're at the iLab, so you can come visit us anytime you see the tech. Thank you.